Hello! Welcome back to my channel, Official Mermaids Cove, where I share my love of cross-stitching and other bits and bobs. I'm going to go over my weekly update and show you what I've been working on this past week, and some goodies that I picked up. Welcome to any returning subscribers, and if you're new and just happen to stumble across this channel, then hopefully you like what I have to share. I'm going to go over my whips, my stitch counts, which help me track my progress, some haul that I've gathered, plans moving forward, and a few shoutouts. So, I'm going to start with whips. Oh, real quick, I got a comment on this scissor fob that I have. I got this from the 2023 Mermaid box from Under the Sea Fabrics, and it's by Absolutely Fabulous on Facebook. I'll put the name somewhere around here, and you can look them up. I really like this one. I have a lot of different scissor fobs, and this one's like has a lot of pretty things on it and has a little mermaid tail, but it's very light. It's not very heavy, so it doesn't weigh my scissors down when I'm cutting things. And it's not as big as some of the other fobs that I have, so I like it. So if anybody's interested, that's where I got that. Okay. Whips. I have been working on my everyday project, which is my angel. This is Angel of Elegance. It's a Dimensions cross-stitch kit, and I'm stitching it with, it's a gold collection kit. I'm stitching it with the called for kit materials. And since the last time you've seen this, I have gotten in maybe a little over 2,000 stitches. So I finally finished this part of her cloak, and I've started in on this big skirt. So far I've been trying to do all the colors other than the white, but I am going to have to start doing some of the white here soon. This is my Stitch My Way to You project too, and I think I'm getting close to the goal, because I think I have to have just under 8,000 stitches stitched on this for this year, and I know I'm over 6,000, so I'm getting closer to my goal for that. But I'll try to get a little bit more daily stitching on this. This is my oldest whip, so I do want to get more progress on it. This is being stitched on a white 18 count Ada, 2/1 full cross. Somebody asked me if I was doing I guess some people choose to stitch the Dimensions kits just 2/1, or like the same number of threads all across the project. Dimensions will sometimes tell you to use different thread thicknesses to get that dimensional look to your piece. I am planning on doing that, but for this one it appears that a lot of what I've worked on so far has just been the 2/1 full cross on the 18 count. There are some sections that are going to have like thicker half crosses for her wings, and there's going to be quartering and other elements, but so far, so I am planning on doing that, but so far it's just been a lot of 2/1 stitching for me. And I'm using the included threads. I guess this is not DMC. Somebody commented and let me know that Dimensions does have like their own color system that they do their threads on. So yes, I am officially just under 27%. So that's exciting. This has seen a lot more progress than it has in the past couple years, so I'm happy to be seeing more of the picture and getting more motivation to stitch on this. And I think I've been trying to do like around 200 stitches a day, and that's been so far pretty doable. We'll see. So that was that one. The next ones, I'm not going to show you a picture because I have them as finishes. I mentioned that I started this one, I think, in my last video. This is stitched on I think this is 18 too. I'm gonna compare it to the one over here. Yeah, this is like 18 count Ada. I dyed this one, and this is the Spring Mingle 2025 freebie. It was designed by, this one wasn't by Steph, I don't believe. According to my notes, This is a Stitchy Prose design by Holly Freeman. And I finished stitching it. I stitched it, they had a DMC flossless, and I ended up stitching it in my Moselle silk. And I like how it turned out. It's a cute little freebie. I'm planning on turning it into a pillow. I did a freebie for the first virtual event I went to, which was the Jingle Ball last year, and I used one of the freebies there. I'm probably not going to back it with Ada since we have the name and everything with the stitch piece. But I do want to fully finish it as another little ornament, so I'll have to find some cute fabric to stitch on the back. But, and you'll get to see that when I eventually fully finish this one. And this is called the Lavender Grower. Yeah. So that was the freebie chart for Spring Minkle, and then I went back and I went ahead and finished the freebie chart for the Nash Dash Startathon. They didn't have words charted, so I went into, I have like a couple of stash books of like different fonts, so I used one of those to stitch this, and then I used the same font for the 2025. And this was Howdy Do. This was designed by Steph at Lindy Stitches. And again, I stitched it with Moselle silk. I think I used a lot of the same colors as I did in this one. I just had to use a pink in this one that I didn't use in the other one, and I didn't use any of the purples. But it's still all Moselle silk. Okay, and this was the same fabric, different cut. So those were 2 finishes this past week. I also pulled this out for Mermaid. This is, I can insert a picture here. This is a pattern by Kat at Whittier Stitches called Periwinkle Mermaid. She is designing a lot of body inclusive charts. And I am stitching this mermaid on a 16 count Crystal Jazz Ada dyed by Pictureless Plus, and it's opalescent, so it's nice and sparkly. You can kind of see it here in the camera. And I have gotten quite a bit done on this. I had this seaweed stitched. I think that's what I started. Like after I tried to stitch this line for the center, and then I started stitching some of the foliage, and then I started stitching the bottom fin and working my way up. And I have a good bit here on her tail fin, and I'm slowly working in this color here. I might try to finish the tail and then start working my way back to finish to the torso, and then the beautiful flowers over here and her hair. And I am looking forward to getting more progress on this. I've gotten quite a bit of stitching in, almost 2,000 stitches, not quite 2,000, and we are officially at 32.4%. So I think we left off last week at 15.7%. So I'm happy with that progress, and I look forward to getting some more work on this for Mermaid. And I switched over to stitching this one in hand, and that's also helped me get quite a bit of progress on that. I have it, I don't think I've ever done a video showing me stitching in hand, but I'll roll this part of the fabric up. Stitching on these ones right now, and I like using these little clips. You can clip the end of the roll to hold it in place, and then just hold this and do your stitching. And I like going and all the way down and then back up again. So that's how I've been stitching that. The last whip that I worked on, and I'll insert a picture here, is my hay. This is the first hay that I've ever purchased. I finally started it for Finished Before I'm Finished. That's a Sal being hosted by Teslin on Instagram, and she has a Flosstube. I'll include her in my description, so you can check out her channel. She does a lot of cute budgeting videos, and she has a lot of pretty cross stitches projects that she's working on too, and a lot of pretty ladies. She started her own big pattern, fancy lady with a beautiful dress from Xana Stitch on Etsy. So you can go to her channel and check out her videos. You can see that. But the hay that I'm working on is called Selena Fenech. I had started her at the end of last year, and she left off at 0.27%, like not even a half a percent. And then I did some more, I don't know if you can tell there, it's like a dark purple with the black. I started at the bottom left corner, and then I'm trying to start like stitching most of the bigger blocks of color first so that I can orient myself around those in the piece. And I've gridded this, my minimal gridding is just the pages marked out on the chart, and then the center lines, which this is a little bit off center because I did it right on the 10 count line, and that's not exactly the center on this. So I did a lot of the black, I did some of the dark purple. Obviously her hair and everything is further up, so most of the black is further up. So I started on some of the skin, and I've gotten like just under 2,000 stitches on this. So it's officially at 0.8%, not yet to a percent. This is going to be such a big project. It's almost 400,000 stitches. I think it's like 375,000, either just under that or that with some change. So I am stitching this like I'm stitching most of my full coverages, which is 2/1 tent on 28 count even weave. This one is not a dyed even weave. I just kept it plain since I'm going to be covering all the space. But yes, I'm looking forward to stitching this more for Mermaid and also for myself. And I do want to keep pulling her out throughout the year so that hopefully I can break more than 1% a year on this. Like, it'll take me forever if I don't get more progress on it. And I do, you know, the whole point of finish before I'm finished is to eventually see it done. So I'm glad that Tess enabled me to start it finally, because I was kind of intimidated of starting it. But it's going good so far. So looking to see how much more progress I get on that. So those are it for my whips. I can give you my stitching numbers. So for the past week, this is what my past week has looked like. I did a lot of stitching every day on my Angel of Elegance, Periwinkle Mermaid, the Lavender Grower, Howdy, which was the goose design freebie for the Nash Dash. And I think I did just 2 days on Selena Fenech. The stitch count from Sunday to Saturday. Do I not have that? Or maybe that is the stitch count. No, that can't be. I didn't write down. Well, let me calculate that real quick. I guess I didn't write it down. I've been enjoying using this calendar to track my stitching. I got it from the Dollar Tree, and then I've been like printing it up with stickers or washi tape. So that's been fun. Okay, so my stitch count for the past week was 8,977 stitches. So let me just get my Sharpie and mark that off. Okay, but yes, I love all some of these washi tapes have like foil on them. They look really sparkly. And then I haven't added any washi tape for yesterday or today. So I don't have to add my counts on those. But yes, those are all my whips. I did a little bit. I went to my crochet club at the crafty store that I go to. I didn't pull that out to show you, but it's the same blanket that I showed last time, and I got quite a few rows on that. And it's a repeating pattern, so hopefully if I get another skein in it, I'll have more of the blanket to show you for next time. And I think I might have to buy another skein. They sell at yarn at Michael's, so I might have to run by there once I'm done stitching the rest of that. Okay, we'll go into haul. So my sister recently took a trip to Japan, and she asked me and my husband what we would like for souvenirs. I think my husband asked for like a model kit, and she got him like a really cool samurai one. But I, of course, asked for cross stitching, and she was able to come back with 2 cute kits. So I'll show you the smaller one first. This one is a Cosmo brand kit. So I'm looking forward to this because it's kitted up, I'm assuming, with the Cosmo threads. A lot of this is in Japanese. But it's got these pretty simple koi fish and some leaves, and they look like they're in a pond. And it comes with the frame. Like, it comes with the frame, it comes with the threads, and the... Oh, I didn't realize this at first. So, and then it has a needle and everything, but it looks like it has some metallics, and the fabric that they give you to stitch this on is opalescent. It's got like a sheen to it. That is so cool. And it comes with the frame. So I'm super excited to finish this and put it into the frame. That is so cute. I'm so happy she found that. And she didn't even know anything about Cosmo. I guess it just caught her eye and she got that. But then the other one that she got me is also super cute. I don't recognize this brand. It says it's Olympus. I feel like I've heard of Olympus for like sewing threads, but not for cross stitch. And it says that it's a cross stitch embroidery kit, nostalgic story. But look at this. Doesn't this look like the animated cartoon of Thumbelina? Like, you have the lily pads, you have the frogs, you have her riding on the sparrow. Or is this supposed to be a sparrow? I think so, right? I'm not a bird person. And then they have the fairies here, and there's a fairy prince. And then they have the mole, the little mouse. I feel like this is supposed to be Thumbelina. That is so cute. And all those little characters and this little, every little thing you get to stitch is so cute. So I'm really looking forward to working on this. I don't know if the beetle's supposed to be down here too. Like, you see, he's got like a little black bug with red eyes. That is so cute. Or they have a beetle over here too. I don't know which one's supposed to be him. But it comes with, these look really interesting. I guess maybe you need more extras of these. And then look at all of those flosses. They look so pretty. And it's on Ada fabric. So I cannot wait to start one of these. I haven't decided which one to start yet. I guess maybe going small would be safer. I think I have one more. I haven't decided when I'm going to start something. Because I have a designated start for September for sure. And then I might start another mermaid next month. And then July. If I finish, I have one smaller whip. That's like one of the Country Garden whips. If I finish that, I might go ahead and try to start one of these. That'll be really fun. Okay, some other Stitchy kindness. I had sent some goodies to my friend Dottie at Stitching Scotty. If you haven't checked out her channel, I would. She attends lots of retreats, and she does a good job of doing the retreat recaps. And she always has lots of pretty goodies to show. She's always doing a lot of pretty small finishes. And she always shows you her Scotty dog in her videos, and those are so cute. I love seeing everybody's furry co-stars in their videos. So she sent me, I had sent her some goodies, and she sent me a pretty thank you card. So I really appreciate that, Dottie. And I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. And I hope all of you had a wonderful Mother's Day celebration here in the US. If you are in the US, I think other countries have Mother's Day celebrations too, but they're not on the same date necessarily as when we celebrate. The next thing, so I did buy some silks. Mo Sale had a sale on her Facebook group, and I think on her Etsy too. I think the Etsy store, it was like 20% off for like a Mother's Day sale. You can run over there and see if she's still having that. She also did a grab bag sale in her Facebook group, and I bought quite a few grab bags from that sale. So you'll be seeing those. I'm sure I think I went ahead and paid the invoice, but she still hasn't, I haven't gotten a shipping notification yet. So maybe later this week I'll get that. And those will come in, and I'll share those when they do. Something not necessarily Stitchy related, but before I show you the last thing I have, I went by the shelter that we rescued our pups, and they have another place that they go to that's a dog grooming place they partner with, and they had these cute little handmade dog paw earrings, little stud earrings. So I had to pick those up. I think those look so cute. I wore those to work today. Okay, the last pretty substantial piece of haul that I have is from my local thrift store, Sodoking Right, if you're ever in the area. feel free to stop by. They have a lot of cool stuff. And recently they got donated a bunch of stuff from an estate sale. I guess, I don't know if somebody's grandmother or aunt passed away, but they didn't really have a lot of crafty people in their family, and they just wanted to, you know, be able to make use of it and not just throw all of the stuff away. So they ended up making this huge donation to the store, and there was so many good things in there. So I stopped by for the crochet club, like I mentioned before, and I did pick up some yarn. Look at this. I'm collecting like a bunch of this stuff, and I need to eventually figure out what I'm going to do. It's not enough to make it all the same color, but it's a lot of scrappy yarn, and this one has like glitter in it, and it's so soft. So I picked that up for $2. I don't know if I just want to make like a pillow so I can just bury my face in it on the couch. Just have it be a crafty pillow. But yeah, this is so pretty. I like that pink color too. I got some baby yarn. This is in is this one the bamboo or is this cotton? This one's 100% cotton, but it feels really nice. And I haven't stitched with something like this before, so I'm trying to see if like maybe I make like a little baby outfit, or I haven't decided fully what I'm going to do with this yet, but there's multiple skeins of it. So if anybody is a crocheter and has a good idea of what you can do with 800 yards of, I guess it would be weight 1 maybe, weight 1 or 2 yarn, please feel free to drop some comments and some suggestions below. And then I also got these. This is also very soft. It says it's panda silk. Like I've never, these are kind of things I don't typically see like in most, you know, Michael's stores and stuff. So this one says it's 52% bamboo, like 40 or so percent merino wool, and then 5% comb silk. And there was 4 of those. I can definitely make some cute headbands for my friend who just had her baby girl, or some hats, or some maybe a cute little baby outfit. So I think these though are similar. I think it's about 800 yards or so. Some of the stickers are like covering the lake. Okay, so this is 800. How many of this do I have? Is it just 600 for this one? I mean, yeah, so 600 yards of this, 800 yards of this. I also got this. This was not from the donations made for the one big donation they got, but I thought it was interesting. It's a cute designer series cross-stitch chart, and it has a cute tea set with the little teacups, and you can also make coasters if you wanted to. It gives you an idea to finish it in this tray. So it's got like the paper copy in there. I thought that was cute. I might give it to my sister if I decide to stitch it so she can sell it in her Etsy store. She had a lot of scrapbook stuff, so I got some cute, these are like sparkly purple ribbon stickers. I thought I could put those on my calendar that I'm tracking my whips on. And I also got a pack of cardstock. I used up most of the cardstock that I had for making my floss tags for the other silks. These I won't have to card up because I think she changed the way that she packages them, so they'll have cards. But I just got some more if I ever needed to make more floss drops for other things, or if I want to make a set for a specific project. I just grabbed that pack of that. I grabbed a few purples of DMC that she had. I think she sells hers for like 10 cents each. So, and I always have a ton of purples in my mermaids. I've been seeing people use these. It's not in here because I already took it out. But it looks like the picture. It's like a rose stamp, like here. Wax seal stamp. I saw Yanni Stitcher using these, and I've already used it. It's got a little bit of the pink wax still there. I got, what is this called? It's a warmer spoon. And I used it for Mother's Day, the card that we gave my mother-in-law. I tried it out, and my husband helped me, and it turned out so cute. I got these, like, she had different wax options, and I got, like, the ones that looked like, kind of like they had a glittery, sparkly sheen to them. So I got some gold ones, some silvery ones, some nice rosy pink ones, And then these are like coppery ones. I've also seen the trick, like, I haven't tried where you can, like, if I wanted to make this pink and then scrape it off and then put it on like the base color of something else, or even clear glue, like hot glue. But I've also seen people do it where they like do the stamp in the wax and then they take a metallic Sharpie or some other kind of thing and outline the inlay. So there's a couple things I want to try with this. I figure it'll just be going like to my cards and stuff for now. I don't really send out a lot of cards, but for like holiday cards and stuff like that, I thought it'd be fun to try out. And then they always have these cute little critters that I've made into meal minders, so I went ahead and grabbed a couple more duckies. Got a little black duck and a nice purple lavender duck. So I'll have to find something to do with these later. Where to put these? So I don't lose them. And then, last but not least, I also grabbed a little small package of buttons that look like they could be easily added to cross-stitch projects. You see those buttons? They're like teeny. That's my thumb nail. Look how teeny those are. So I feel like they would be good for like smalls, that they wouldn't be too big and it'd be easy to fit, like if I wanted to confetti some buttons around. Or even like Christmas ornaments or something. And they, like, these are like shell pieces. I don't know if well, I stitch on mermaids, right? So maybe I'll find a way to incorporate those in some of my mermaids, but it was a nice little pack of those embellishments. So yes. So that's what I got the first time around, and then as soon as I left, she managed to get something else that she knew I would be interested in. So I had to come back. I grabbed, these are things that this is not what she told me to come back to the store for, but I grabbed some zipper pulls. They're like blanks, so I'm thinking I could maybe like Sharpie the name of my projects so I can keep track more with my bags. I thought that would be a good idea for these, and then I got these. They're like different jump rings and different shapes that I could use to put them on the bags and for other things. And then this is why she called me back, because she had all these Krennics that came in. There's something in here. I guess it was for like a nativity set. Metallic nativity. But it just has the Krennics here. And some of them, yeah, some of them are like the ribbon type, but I've still used those for embellishments before. And then some of them are, like, this is blending filament 094. This is the ribbon 033. Thanks, dark blue. Has some pretty reds. This is 003. This is 031. Ooh, got some pretty purples. 023. 007. Nice. Yeah, I have quite a bit of this. 002. Or at least a couple spools. It's pretty basic gold. That's called for 021. I think I used quite a bit of this on my Angel of Love. This started getting unwound a bit. 006. Pretty blue. Here's a, well, the color's not on this one, but it's like a gunmetal gray. Some of the stickers came off on these. This is like a gold ribbon 002. But this is like a, well, this is a blending filament. What's the difference between this one? Also blending filament, but these look, okay, this is HL, so this is high luster. Okay, that's the difference. They look a little different. Okay, blending filament 091, pretty yellow. You can see this using in a bee project or something. 0031, pretty pinkish red. There's so many spools of Krennic in here. I'm so glad she thought of me when she got this one. Okay, more 002. This is like a thicker braid. 002P. It's like a cable. Interesting. 00. So this is, I think this looks, yeah, this is the same. Maybe a little bit different. 005. Or 025. And this is a ribbon. This is 014 high luster. Pretty blue. Pretty purple, no labels. Pretty pink, 092. I'm pretty sure this is more 002. It's the same kind of gold, but no labels on this either. There's a random spool of DMC, or a skein of DMC. We have more of this color, but this one is a blending filament, 011HL. I'm wondering if it's matches up with one of these. Okay. The green is 008. 033, nice dark midnight blue. 029, like a seafoamy blue. 043, this is like multicolored confetti looking. Oh, I have a lot of this. I think my Selena Fenech is gonna have, Lily Fenech is gonna have some of this. The 032 blending filament. Definitely use that. There's still more Krennic. We have 019. 002C, also another cord, but this was like different than the other one. It's like thinner somehow. The other one seemed like it was a bit bulkier. I'm pretty sure I already showed this one. Okay, we have 028. It's like a brighter gold color. And this one is in spooling as well. Sorry. This is a ribbon, 008. Same color as this, but this is thicker. And 0024, very bright pink fuchsia. This is a 041, another kind of confetti color, a little bit different than this one. This one's 043, 041. And then more of that gold, the 002. And there's a random case of chenille needles. I don't know if this was what she was using for these. Yep. So I have like 4 of those. And a nice case. All for less than $3. Including this. All that Krennic, including this, for less than $3. I think I used it like a 10% coupon or something, so you can factor that in. I love my thrift store. I'm very happy we have a crafty thrift store. And I have a good relationship with the lady who runs it, so I'm happy about that. And she very kindly thinks of me when the cross-stitch stuff gets brought in. So that is all of my haul. Quite a bit to go through. Maybe not as much as other weeks. I am super excited about using this on other things though, so we'll see what I can come up with. That's it. That's everything I have to share. For mentions, I think I shouted out Dottie at Stitching Scotty. I shouted out the Mo Sale on Facebook. I love her group. She sells silks and cottons and different things. And she's also been trying her hand at dyeing fabrics. So if you join her Facebook group, she'll put out what she's going to be listing for that week on Friday. And you'll get a chance to call dibs on items that she posts Saturday morning. Absolutely Fabulous on Facebook. I don't think I'm a part of their group, but I did like that scissor fob that came in the box, so maybe I'll have to go back to the group and check out and see what other stuff she has on there. I think that's it. I need to catch up on my Flosstube. I am grossly behind. There's a lot of people that I want to watch. I think I saw Teresa Little Stitcher recently put out some videos and a few of my other favorites. So I'll have to run over there. I'm sure I've missed a few videos from Cross Stitch the Globe. They're like prolific with the recording. So I'll let you go, and you can go catch up on Flosstube as well. I hope you had a lovely Mother's Day celebration. We did here. My mother wasn't in town, but we spent the day over at my mother-in-law's. So hopefully you found a way to celebrate it with you and your loved ones, and appreciate the women in your life. I got a nice bouquet of flowers because my husband says I'm a dog mom, so I deserve gifts too, apparently, which is very sweet of him. So to all the dog moms or mother figures, I don't know. I basically celebrate all the women in my life, regardless, on that day. So hopefully you had a great day celebrating as well. And I don't know if you heard the thunder that's happening right now. My puppy's not happy about it, but hopefully you're getting some nice sunny weather with all the crazy spring in between weather. Okay, so real quick, while I'm consoling my puppy dog, I almost forgot to mention, if you really like Spring Mingle and being able to chat with everybody, there were some ladies who started a Discord group. It's called Stitching and Friends 22 by Attic Charms and Tina B. And they've started a Discord server. I think I can put the invite link in my description. But if you're interested, you can join them there. They're going to be doing a SAL to celebrate the US's, I think it's the 250th birthday? I can't remember, but there's some kind of anniversary for the US. I feel like I should know this. But it's coming up, and so the goal is to stitch on anything patriotic and hopefully have it done before the next 4th of July. I think the official launch date is July. I'm not sure. I don't have all the details. I think I joined the group just to get a chance to like chat with the ladies and everything. There is typically somebody, either in the mornings or the afternoons. It's been pretty, every time I hop on, there always seems to be someone there to chat with. So if you liked getting into the stitching lounges and everything during the Spring Mingle, they started a Discord group so that, you can get in touch with stitchers in the comfort of your own home if you don't have, a bunch of people that you get together with. And they're also going to do that SAL. They're allowing people to, you don't have to participate in the SAL in order to be part of the Discord. It's just something, other cool thing that you can do. They're planning on having different rooms for different stitchers. They're going to have a full coverage room. I'm excited about that. I definitely need all my full coverage tips to try to keep getting more progress on those projects. And all the ladies have been very nice and inviting so far. If you haven't navigated Discord before, don't worry. There's a lot of people on there who haven't, and we're figuring it out together. I've done a little bit here and there for when I've been gaming, but not as much lately, so even they're teaching me some new things. So it's very inviting. If you have difficulties, they'll be able to help you as much as possible. So if you're interested, I would definitely recommend checking it out. I'll definitely try to include the invite link in my description. So if you're interested, come join the group, and maybe we'll get to chat with each other face to face. That'd be nice too. Okay, until next time. Bye.